I'm cool. I'm hyped about this. I think it's pretty fun. I actually think it's gonna make the card of this go up. Oh, here's a deals damage.
Yo, I picked that dude up.
Okay, so
I
yeah,
picked up everything that said investigate.
we just talked about this. Now let's see if she's on the.
She is.
Did you name it? Did you make a?
Oh, the thing is, I don't know how I want to take it yet. So, I did say Blue's Clues at one point because it's blue and you make clues. I mean, it's not pure blue, so it's like you got G Blues Clues. Thank you, Tom. Wait, no, you need a money sign after clues. Tom, you ruined it. We could have had two. Right there. Just click on the deck, and then
Wait, hold on. I think I.
yeah. No, get that S there. G Blues Clues. No, the yeah, we'll get another money sign. We'll double money sign because we want when people are trying to look up this deck that they can never find it by searching its name. All right, you can just close that out. So, one of the first things I was thinking about in this deck, well, first, like the, is she in there?
No, she's not coming up.
Did they not really get her in here yet?
It's funny because her name is coming up, but she's. Oh, hold on. Weird.
Like there she is.
Look at that alt.
Yeah, does she have other alts to her? Because I don't think I saw the other ones. Click see if they show any other ones. No, just those two. It actually does change up on punch.
Whoa, look at that.
It gets like the big ears.
That's cool.
So, there's a really interesting thing for it. There's a lot of different things that we could run in this, and like I did want it. So, do you want to just get all the investigate stuff in? So, yeah. Tireless Tracker, 100%.
Also, that new dude that's like amazingly broken.
Oh yeah, the artifact dude. There he is. Wake up. Yeah. Oh, I see him. Manufacturer. God, he's already like.
Do you want to play the blue guy that pays 3 to investigate?
Probably not.
Okay.
Because I don't think I need as much stuff like along those lines. So like.
Are you playing Journal? Tamio's Journal?
Yes, Tamio's Journal, 120%. Erdwald Illuminator, that's the one that when you investigate the first time, you investigate a second time. Yo, Tireless Tracker is $10. Look at that.
Uvenwald, you mean?
No, it's Erdwald. It's not Uvenwald. It's Erwald. ERDWAL. Yeah, up on top. Yeah, because Erdwald was like more of like not in the wilderness. Yeah.
Oh, who's expensive in here?
Tireless Tracker.
Whoa, what? Oh, damn. I said he's probably gonna be money.
What was it? Trail of Evidence. Well, Trail of Evidence is when you cast an instant sorcery spell, investigate. But I don't know if it's as important. I did pick it up just because.
I don't know how much you're gonna do that. Probably not. Right?
Uvenwald Mysteries. Whenever you sacrifice a clue, you get a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. It's an interesting one.
Isn't there another one that when they enter you investigate?
Or
no, is it this one that when they die? I might be thinking of Explore.
Yeah, that's the one that dies.
Yeah.
Panharmonicon does technically trigger our commander. Also, Inspiring Sanctuary becomes really good in this deck. Remember this thing? Non-artifact spells you control have improvise, so we could tap artifacts to pay for them. So whenever we play creatures, we could get the artifacts that helps pay for them.
Isn't there the one that gives them Convoke too?
Well, that just it gives artifacts Convoke. It doesn't give like non-things convoke. Not that good. But I do want to run Adrix and Nev because they're the doubling season commander
Zen
dude.
is here talking to us.
Oh, Zen's up. Yo, yeah, we brewing clues. It's Gree Blue Clues, G Blue Clues. There we go. That's what we're gonna call it. Because I'm super hyped for her.
$10.
Yep.
Still cheaper than doubling season. Or any of the other ones.
Here's another interesting one I saw. It's Idols of Oblivion. It's that weird artifact that draw a card, activate only if you create a token this turn. Which I think might be...
Tap it,
yeah.
and then you can sack it to make a 10-10, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you want to go completely, like, broken, we could run a Deadeye combo in here. Or just a Deadeye Teamer Sabretooth, because it just gives us infinite clues. So now I think these are just like the fun stuff in the deck. I guess you could run for it to help with it. Oh, also the Junk Winder. That's the thing with affinity for artifacts. Could be really annoying in this too.
Junk Winder?
He's that dude with affinity for tokens, and whenever a token enters the battlefield under your control, you tap target non-land permanent and opponent controls. It doesn't untap.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Move this. So how you doing, Zen? I haven't seen you around in a while. I don't think, right?
Yeah.
So I know we just got like the snow destruction card, but I do want to run snow basics because I do want to run like Ice Fang Ice Fang Coatl. Because I want a lot of like the cheap creatures that ETB draw that I could just kind of keep going with stuff. So everything else in the deck is going to kind of play very creature based.
Okay. So your normal Simic deck.
Yeah. So
what's the two, the one that's an island and that's snow covered? What's it called? Do you know?
Oh, it's a name. Rimwood Falls. He says pretty good. Haven't been able to pop in and such with my recent classes. How's classes been going for you? I guess it's been keeping you pretty busy, eh? So like now we just have to go like good creature Simic value stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going in that direction.
Well, I think, or like, do we just run like base creature stuff and like a bunch of like ramp creatures to make a whole bunch of clues and just sack clues to draw or tutor?
Birds. Keywords follower.
I don't know, what did you think for it?
Huh. Is there not any more investigate cards, really?
There are more, but most of them aren't really good. So like we have ongoing investigation. Whenever one or more creatures you control dies, deals combat damage to a player, investigate. And then for 2 mana, you can exile a creature card from your graveyard to investigate and gain 2 life. We have the Trail of Evidence.
What about Confirmed Suspicions? The 5.
Oh yeah, it's a counter spell. I could do that. That's a fun one.
And make 3 treasure. I mean, I know it's 5 mana.
Oh, that's right, Shimmer Dragon. That's the one I forgot about.
Like, is Mana Confluence just better, or should we play this for flavor?
I mean, you can play for flavor just because it is how our deck's themed around. Shimmer Dragon. That's the other thing I was thinking of.
Oh, the taps artifacts to draw cards? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great card. There's also, like, we could play Green Warden, or like,
Now, here's a big question. Do we run Urza and Keenan so that all of our we get tap our
Wait, what
clues
about
from it?
Magnifying Glass? That's a really good one.
Oh yeah, we do Magnifying Glass, yeah.
Yeah, that's a mana rock, and then you can pay for it to investigate. It's a bad mana rock, but
yeah,
it investigates. Like, I think that's fine, honestly. So you're saying Urza and, like...
So would you want to do, like I said, Urza and Keenan?
It depends on how many things that we're playing that are going to tap for mana, right?
Oh, here's this Drown Yard Explorers. When it enters the battlefield, you investigate, so it just investigates twice, basically.
This one.
Yeah,
Do you want to play that?
we could. It depends.
Okay.
Yeah. We did that one. Did that
So
one.
you're thinking like Deadeye
Yeah.
and like Urza. I wonder how good Urza's gonna be though. I guess.
I guess it's like if you see Urza, which is it just like super ramp. I guess we don't really need to, because here's the thing though. We're already Simic colors, so we're already gonna make like a lot of mana. So is like having our artifacts.
No, I'd probably rather just make the things that double mana. Like I'd rather it be like.
Zendikar, Mana Reflection. I actually been a big fan of Mana Reflection in recent.
Just looking at these other. There's a mill one that whenever you sack a clue, target player mills 3 cards.
We can technically make infinite clues and then sacrifice all of our clues to our commander to insta win.
What about a 2-minute? Hold on. Whenever one or more creatures you control deals combat damage to a player, investigate. I like that one.
And that's the one that exiles. We could run that one too.
Like, I think that's cool. Like, I think that's one of the better ones because it also exiles something from the grave, which is actually kind of relevant. It's blue green. Like, I think this one's actually kind of good.
So do you want to run like all the creature ramp, because every creature that we play makes a clue, and at worst we could just sack clues to draw cards. It kind of.
Oh, do you want to play the one ramp spell that investigates like Weirding would?
How much mana is it?
It's a
It's 3 mana to get a basic.
It's an aura. No, it's an aura.
I guess we could do that because it is a ramping. But it's not like ripping a land out of the deck, but it is just investigating.
It's just turning. It's ramping 1 for 3. Because it's making the land add 2. It's not like Overgrowth where it's 3 mana and you're adding 3 to a land. So it's technically 3 mana to ramp 1. But you're also investigating.
Mm-hmm.
So if you put it on an open land, you're making the mana to be able to sack for the clue.
Yeah.
So I feel like it goes in as just like a flavorful ramp spell.
It's a flavor win.
Might just get cut for something else later down the road. So those are all the best investigate shit that I found.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like to cast the instant sorcery one unless we go more instant sorcery.
No, I don't. I do.
It's over here.
I do think creatures is better. Now, do we take a chance on doubling, going on parallel lives? Is going for more clues that power? I know we have her. But do we want to run it? Because we do have other things that make tokens for it as well.
That's a good question. But the thing is like, is making double investigate triggers really that good other than using our commander for a lot? Like, are we really going to sack that many clues to draw cards?
Now, we... Now, like, so the other side is we can run, like... I know it sounds kind of silly, but hear me out. I guess it works stuff for like Shimmer Dragon, like where you like tap untap artifacts to do something. He's tap 2 untap artifacts to control the draw card. So like we could technically keep using our clues if we see him.
Yeah, I get it.
Thing is, we just have to have enough creatures to make. I think we should just still run all the dorks. So we still run like Finhorn Elves and all that stuff. Because like I said, at worst, they let us set up for draw. And it helps us pay for as many clues as we can. Or you want to run Carrot Tits?
Yeah, I just like the 2 mana. And then, yeah, like, I guess Elvish Mystic. And then obviously if we're going to run a million creatures, like, I mean, not to make it like a lot of decks that we make, but, you know, like these cards are still...
You know what's funny is I actually just no longer have like a deck that runs like this because I took apart most of my green decks. The only actual like deck that I have that's like straight kind of green stuff is Omnath, and I don't think Omnath ran Beast Whisperer or Guardian Project. It runs Zendikar Resurgent, which we should run. But I actually don't have any more decks like this, so it's actually kind of reintroducing me to a creature-based deck. Ooh, that's going up. Or is that just that one price?
Yeah, that's just that one price.
Do you want to run Land of War Elves? And I was it Finhorn Elves?
There's also priest.
I guess if we're running that many elves.
And then there's
Is she really like $12?
yeah, priest. Yeah, because she's broken. 2
Oh, wow.
mana to add that much. It's really good. Plus, she's only gotten printed in the commander deck, her original printing, and junk and mystery booster.
Hmm.
So hold on, Elvish, Manowar, Horn. There's also Boreal Druid that makes colorless.
I don't want colors. I think we might need color. What about Coiling Oracle?
Yeah, we can play that, I guess. And then you said like the Snow Boy. What's his name?
Oh, Ice Fang the Coddle. Because he's like kind of like a draw loot thing. Now, I guess it depends what we're trying. So, okay, we have a really good draw engine. The question is like, I guess, what do we draw into to win? I guess that kind of comes like, so where's this deck end up going? I know we are in like the ultimate colors, so we can just like, I guess, do anything we want to with this.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a rough one. It's like, do we want to be creative about the win condition, or do we just want to play the usual?
Is there a way to be creative to win? That's what I'm trying to think.
I'm trying to think of like an artifact. Like if it's possible.
Yeah, we win with Aether Flux Reservoir.
Yeah, no, that's creative. That's real creative. I was trying to think if like that. No, it's not good. Never mind, because there's 0 CMC. I was gonna say that new Overload card that animates all your artifacts, but you know that's not gonna be good.
Wow, Parallel Lives is a lot right now. Tom, I figured out. We win with mechanized production.
You think?
We put mechanized production on a clue token.
I mean, I feel like it's possible. You know, definitely possible.
Yeah, I mean, we have to run Oko though because it creates a food token with our other dude.
Wait, should we run Gilded Goose then?
Oh,
One
because
that like, hold on, he makes here. Look,
create a food token, and then he makes a food token, and he can sacrifice the food. Add 1 mana of any color. That's actually not bad because you just keep making food tokens.
with food you can, you know, with the other dude it turns into food everything fucking, and it also has flying, and it's a O2. Gilded Goose, the boy. And food is artifact, so
Oh, we have Deadeye in there. We want to throw a Peregrine Drake in there. I guess that is the one way. That's like the combo with our commander to like activate. I guess that's how we could also like.
And we would need a payoff, right?
Oh, I saw it there as Peregrine Drake.
I don't know where it went.
It's P-E-R-E. Like Peregrine, like the bird, like Peregrine Falcon. Yeah. See, a lot of stuff I see people playing are stuff that like self bounces that keep getting the ETB effect. Oh, Solemn seems real good. He's a good creature.
We're gonna play all these creatures. I like running Kanon, like you said.
All right, yeah.
Also, there's like, you know, Bloom Tender's great. It's just 2 mana, tap for 2.
Word of Invention is the improvise. Search your lobby for an artifact card with convert mana cost extra less. I wonder what other improvised stuff there is. Because we have a artifact generator. So what has improvise? That's no good. That does nothing. Can't run those. That does nothing. Nope. That reverse engineer is not bad. Draw 3 cards with improvise, so it basically becomes 2 mana to draw 3 cards.
I don't know.
So yeah, War of Invention is honestly the best thing to get. Well, maybe it still might just be worth the playing to grab Tamio's Journal. Because Tamio's Journal is like our mega tutor, because you don't have to sacrifice
I don't know.
clues for days. Don't forget, clues for days. And mana dorks for days.
Should we play the creature that taps for green devotion? Karametra or whatever the form one is.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it was Karamet. Is it?
Karametra, isn't it? Acolyte?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, she's the one with the devotion, the green.
And then also, I mean, if we're gonna have this much fucking mana to, not Green Sun, Genesis Wave.
Oh, we'll just go. Yeah, because we are almost all permanent base.
All the creatures entering triggers our commander.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, like Finale could be an alternate win con. Like, not that, it's not for like a million decks, but,
solve the equation, because that card's just good.
I've been trying to get that into Tatiova. I haven't been able to fit it. I've only gotten it into Rubina so far. And I don't think Tim Thrasios is going to play it because I'm playing black, so, like, I really don't need it.
No, yeah, that's fair.
The one that I play is just Mystical Tutor, so, like, the only deck I want to get it in is Tatiova, and I've been having a hard time.
Oh, Sakura Tri-Builder.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good
one. So, like, do you want to run, like, if we are running instead of running counter spells, do you want to run the creature counter spells? We have the two, was it the Oracle? Because
there's also Venzer.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He's an alternate win con with Deadeye Navigator, too, to, like, bounce all their permanents,
That's true, yeah. But,
and then, Frilled, what's the...
It's Mystic Stake and the Frilled one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look for what the Frilled dude was called. Frilled Mystic.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, there he is, yep.
So...
Oh, was it, oh no, because they have, I think you're thinking too, right? Because it was like March of the Masses, but the thing is, the artifacts are 0/0, so they won't really do anything there.
What about just like Reclamation Siege and Acidic Slime? And what about like Rite of Replication? Is this one or more? No, it's whenever another, so it'll trigger if we play like Rite of Replication.
Well, no, because those are token copies.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. So, yeah. Shit.
Oh, you know it's funny. Dryad Arbor triggers our commander too.
I mean, we're not gonna have a good way to get him unless we play Green Sun Zenith, and then that doubles as like a ramp spell too. Green Sun Zenith.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you see on here it puts Dryad Arbor here, and on tapped out it puts it in the land. So.
Yeah, Teamer Sabretooth. If we don't have a Teamer Sabretooth combo, but like potentially could. I mean, it's still a nice way to bounce something. I still think it's still worth just to play a hard counter spell and Beast Within.
Oh, I think Timeless Witness and Eternal Witness.
Yeah. Wow, she's $10 pre-order already.
it's that other border also.
Oh, okay.
Also the ramp one, Tangled Florahedron, because it's a creature.
Right, right.
And Glasspool Mimic.
Oh, I like Glasspool Mimic, yeah.
And also the Turntimber Symbiosis, because it puts a creature into play. This one puts a creature into play.
Yo, could we actually run Essex? Because the first time you would create one or more tokens during each of your turns, you may instead choose a creature other than her and create
Yes,
that.
it does work like that. Like if you have like a Coiling Oracle out and you make yes, it does work like that. We can run Essex. Yes, that does work like that.
I like
if
it.
If we have like a Wood Elves, or like, you know, like if we play the one that searches basics, what's the good one? I forget. What's it called?
Oh, Wood Elves or Finhorn Elves? Not Finhorn, it's Farhaven Elf.
We're making the new Investigate Commander.
Yeah. And basically, as you can see, creature tribal, with a few spells and a few investigate stuff, and some stuff that deals with artifacts.
Yeah. What'd you say? Sorry.
Oh, I said Farhaven Elf. Yo, Thassa Deep Dwelling wouldn't be terrible either, considering almost everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it also taps another target creature, which could be relevant. Do you want to run Archaeomancer and Ghostly Flicker? As just like the other. We don't have a ton of spells, but like.
We don't need Archaeomancer. We have Eternal Witness and.
Oh, right.
Timeless Witness, yeah. We don't need it, yeah.
We got Panharmonic on Coiling Oracle. Do we want to just run generic Counterspell and Beast Within?
Oh my god, with Panharmonicon, if it had Palagron, it just goes infinite with itself. What's up?
Would you want to run still just basic Counterspell and Beast Within? Or like Counterspell and Arcane Denial? The basic protection package. Now the question is, do we be degenerate and run Seaborn Muse and or is that
that's up to you. That's up to you.
Inspiring Sanctuary was one of the first cards we put in here. Yeah. That card's so good in this.
Also, there's like some things that can, you know, there. I don't know if there's any other things that play off of artifacts like Shimmer Dragon does, but I was putting a interaction. What did I get? Arcane, Disallow, Beast Within.
I don't like that. We're getting meowed at. What about Antiquities of War? The last one. Artifacts you control become artifact creatures with base power toughness 5/5 to the end of the turn. Depending on how many we make.
Oh, Spark Double. That's a good suggestion. Because we just double up on our commander. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, then we can all.
Sakashima, yeah.
And we can play Sakashima, yeah.
She's really expensive.
I wouldn't mind putting a little bit more into this deck. This was meant to be probably be like a little bit more than just like budgety. This would probably go.
Putting Mana Drain in the counterspell list.
Not that much. I do have my one Mana Drain, but.
We're just playing Rift then.
Beginning of your end step of permanent.
Dude, you solve the equation now in the deck with Genesis Wave and Finale is kind of gross. And if you have Inspiring Sanctuary, could you fucking imagine that? How big the Genesis Wave is going to be?
Yeah.
With a fucking Zendikar Resurgent?
Like, you see how stupid... Like, realize how many times we're like, look, solve the equation.
Could you imagine, like, one of these huge mana sources like that, or the Priest of Titania?
Tom, don't you think it's an issue when when you go, hey, we run 9 spells in our deck. Yo, you know what's really good? Solve the equation.
I mean, yeah. I hate to keep suggesting this in every fucking deck, but this card is just so fucking strong. Like, we're playing 40 creatures. Like, I feel like we just play it, you know?
I mean,
Yeah.
at this point, do we just go Thassa's Oracle?
I was thinking it. I think we kind of need it because we need a way to, like, we have the finale of Devastation, but should we have this as a backup? And it's also just an okay blink creature that makes a treasure and kind of fixes our top card, you know? Because the finale is a win condition also.
Yeah.
So, like, we don't, like, 1,000% need it.
Also, Tom, we could, like, okay, we solve the equation to get Word of Invention to get Tamio's journal so that we can start tutoring our asses off.
Primal Surge? What is that one again?
That's one where it's the reveal until you hit a not permanent and put into play.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not. We have too many of those, I think. There's much better cards than that. Like, there's the one that you do that. Like, there's the one with, like, from Conspiracy that, like, you do it, like, 4 times. Like, I can't remember what it's called.
But you know what might seem good is the what's the Cascade 4 times?
The Hydra? Yeah, we're not playing, like, an ass ton of, like, mana doublers right now, you know?
No.
Like, should we play, like, Regal Behemoth or something else? You know? It's just the Zendikar.
The thing is, I don't know how much we can protect ourselves with that. Oh, I'm down with a mana reflection.
We're playing 42 creatures and then all of this. You know? Oh, you mean like getting attacked? Yeah.
The thing is, because if that starts the loop around where, like, okay, now I have to go get it back.
Should we play like Lithoform Engine or like? Do you want to play just doubling season, like just that?
Yeah, I think straight doubling season would be really good in
That's
this.
it. I think playing too many is bad, but I think just the one is.
Oh, not doubling season. Parallel lives. Because we don't. Because we don't have +1 counters. So we'll just do parallel lives. I think parallel lives is 1 less mana too. I mean, it's about the same price. I remember that used to be a bulk rare.
Doubling season's like $80 now. If you check on, it's way more.
So we just play the hardcore creature Stonewall. It's really not that much, like, too bad either.
Depending on what the land situation is going to be.
Oh, sure.
Luckily, $8. So, I mean, this is definitely Thought Missile.
Soul Ring.
Yeah, I already got Soul Ring. I mean, I think I'm just going to play this too.
Maybe, okay, I know we were, like, all for the investigation stuff, but I feel like maybe they're just, like, for the most part, most of them are just kind of okay. Like Magnifying Glass, or like Weirding Wood, yeah. Because I'd rather use Magnifying Glass as just a mana rock.
But I think having the option, you know, I don't know.
At least that one's.
I mean, I feel like we're good on ramp. Like,
yeah,
we've got plenty. Like, unless you want to play more of the green ramp, but.
Because I also realized this would be like a spell, like no spell ramp deck.
I mean, you could play a little bit of it, but it's a 2-mana commander. Like
yeah, and the thing is, like, half our deck revolves around like making mana.
I mean, you know, not to be that.
You know, honestly, our creatures are so small though. But yo, this is also could be weirdly an Ironworks deck if you built it another way too, because you make artifacts.
Yeah, and then you could play like things that like trigger when permanents come in. Like you could play that guy that whenever a permanent enters, you put a permanent into play. You know, there's probably a way to do this silly.
No, mechanized production is randomly $12.
Yeah,
Get it.
it sure is. I think we could cut this maybe, but it's not bad. Like, do you just not like this too?
Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, investigate. I do like but because
this also makes humans.
Yeah, the bottom part is what's good.
Yes, being able to make 1/1s when you sack them. And I think this is fine. The one that whenever one of your creatures deals combat damage, you make tokens. Because you're probably gonna be. I don't even know how we attack with this deck, to be completely honest. Like,
we just go for finale.
I don't know how we attack really. Like, do we have to play creatures that make tokens in this deck also? You know, like, do we have to play Avenger or like things that?
I mean, I guess we could go
telepathy. You're a silly one.
I mean, if we were going finale, I mean, we could just do like Avenger finale if we needed to, I guess.
I think we just need some good creatures, right? Like that, and like maybe Hornet Queen, like just having these like creatures that can like
Coma.
Pressure. Oh yes, yes. Wait, do we play Nezahal too?
Yes.
Yeah. What about like Elder Gargaroth? With all the rant? I love Elder Gargaroth right now. I think he's busted. Oh. That's definitely the most creatures we've ever played with. Oh my god. I'm just trying to think of things that I play in Rubina. What else degenerate shit do I play? Consecrated Sphinx? You want to be that guy?
I don't think we need it.
Oh, why? Because you don't want to win? Do you still think this is good, or is this
Now we get rid of that.
The funny thing is like, I could just put my hand over this commander and name any Simic commander and it'd be fine.
Yeah. Well, no, the thing is that there's a few things when you're like, oh, how does Word of Invention work for this, or Inspiring Sanctuary? You're not thinking, Tom.
So also, this is a Nykthos deck, right?
I guess so, yeah.
And we also have Kiora's Follower, so I love having that one Kiora's Follower and like one random source that taps for 40 and like going off. I wonder if the Thos is going to be good enough. Probably? I don't know.
Maybe not.
I don't think Thos is going to be amazing.
No, we get rid of it.
I think everything else looks fine, though.
Well, do you want to run, because we do have a semi-token theme, we can run Arasta, the Endless Web. That's whenever your opponent casts instant sorcery, we get a 1/2 spider with reach. That could fill up the board pretty quickly.
Cute. But is Tenor Shoot Dryad better?
Which one's that one?
The one that it just makes... Here.
The one that makes them every turn, right?
And
yeah. And we also have Coma, too.
But, she is non-token is the thing, but, I think we just need creatures that make boards,
Oh, yeah, no, it's thing is because we have the other stuff that's, like, somewhat token-related.
Yeah, like, the random parallel lives, or, I just think we need creatures that can win on their own, and these are those kind of cards, like Arasta, Tender Shoot, Avenger, Hornet.
How much mana? Wait, Tom, how much mana can we make? Let's play Memnarch.
We're not playing. No.
We make lots of mana, and then now everything is mine. They'll never see it coming, Tom.
Oh my god.
What was that noise you made?
The hell?
What happened?
Nothing. I'm just looking at this stuff. This is dumb. This is so good with all of our, like, creature ramp and... This is stupid.
I know.
This is so stupid.
look how many, look how many creatures.
47. Like, holy shit. One of these is a land though, so
Well, we're,
actually 3 of them are lands.
yeah, we do have to make some cuts. So
One.
let's fill up our lands.
Yeah, let's get our lands done and make sure we're good on our ramp. So do we want to play Signet or any of the land ramp?
No.
We're just gonna stick to the fact that if we get blown out, we get blown out.
Yeah.
It can't happen. Especially with this heroic intervention. It can't happen. Do we want to play Seasons Past?
No, I don't think it's as effective. We're not playing a ton of spells.
I still like Mystic Sanctuary, even if it only happens a couple times. It's just a land.
Hey, well, it solve the equation back on top.
Yeah. Which we do have some relevant ass. Should we play Sublime Epiphany? Because we have a lot of really good copy targets.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. Also, I told you that there's, like, you know, the Eternal Witness thing, like, you know, with copying it.
Mm-hmm.
We have so many good fucking targets for it. Oh my god, Sakashima, Sublime Epiphany, Coma. Alright, I'm taking my headphones off. Doubling season, oh my god, what is happening? What deck are we making? Are we even making this?
Yes.
I don't even think so.
She's the engine that gets there, Tom. We are playing all commanders in our deck.
Because the thing is this could just be moved over to here. And it's like, it's the same fucking
Well, no,
thing.
because we have all that, like, enchant. We have all that artifact stuff.
Uh-huh.
Which matters with her. Remember, she becomes like a draw engine for us, which I think reason why I really like her.
Or 2-color lanes you want to play? You want to play the filter, whatever it's called? And the pain?
The pain is Yavimaya Coast.
I think that one's actually cheap, so.
It is. Because it's been printed to death. Do we have Hinterland Harbor?
This one's like $7, I think? Yeah, $8.
Rejuvenating Springs is like the other one.
Godlike one.
Mm-hmm.
Also $8. Ooh, it's 13 now. Well, it's the full art.
And then Flooded Grove is the filter.
Do you want to play the Temple?
We could.
Do you want to play any other utility lands? Like here, I got you.
No.
You know, just throwing it in. All right.
No. No, Tom.
Right,
but no. Like you're cute and all, but no.
Jesus Christ.
But like your face is cute and all, but no.
We play Growing Rights, but I don't think we really need it. So
we could on Vine Glimmer Snarl. Is that like reveal a forest or island from your hand?
I'm huge into those. This is stupid. Like I wish that there was more to play off of investigating.
Wirewood Lodge.
Yeah, Wirewood Lodge.
Do we have any elf that taps for a bunch of mana? It is only elf. Wait, no, because our other thing isn't an elf. Never mind. The Karametra. I believe it's a druid.
An elf?
Oh, you're right. We can untap it, right?
And target 2 opponents, but I mean, how much are we going to be using that bottom effect? You know.
True. Tom, we run Yavimaya. We also run technically Inventor's Fair because we will probably have that going off.
There's a Cradle of Growth, right?
Yeah.
Inventor's Fair, you think?
Because I think
yeah,
we'll have
I agree. I agree because we'll definitely have enough to pop it off and then just get the journal or something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That just kind of opens up everything. Okay, and then how many basics?
So we have 1, 2.
So we have a lot of MDFCs. It's 1, 2, and then the Dried Arbor. So it's 3, and then 4, 5, 6 lands. So we're at 20.
So we're 20, we need 16 more, so 8 and 8. So we go up plus 7 and 7.
Yeah, it seems pretty even, so yeah.
So 7
Remember,
more.
we have a Forest and a Dried Arbor. And then Forest, Blue.
So go up 8 islands, 6 forests.
Sounds good. No, that's not.
No, not up to us. One more on each of them. So that should bring it to.
Just 8 and 8.
No, no island. It's supposed to be 9 islands.
An 8 for us.
Yeah, because that's 20. Because that brings us to 35. Which I know is a little bit low, but we're also ramped out the butt.
Yeah, I mean, but a board wipe, and we're like, well, it's been nice.
Yeah, well, that's the thing with creatures. Do you want to keep magnifying glass, or do you want to cut it?
I think it's just cute. Is this now kind of just like whatever?
Yeah, I don't like it. That's like the fun budget version, which just became not that.
Okay, so only 8 more cards to cut because we're kind of low on Lance. Oh, I know another.
Oh, Alchemist Refuge?
Yeah, I like playing that.
Alright, so don't forget we also have 2 creature counter spells. So I know we have a decent amount of counter over there.
We have 3 creature counter spells. Venzer, Mystic Snake, and Frilled Mystic.
No, I think that with our other counter spells I think is a good.
And I still think this is nuts.
Yeah.
This turns every creature that enters into a clue of food and a treasure. Like what?
Yep. You know what's funny? He sees it himself because he would enter, Lonis would trigger, would get would get the 3, and then he would go off.
Maybe this?
Yeah, I was trying to find something that would flood the board, but
I think we have stuff that does it better.
You think Bloom Tender's still good, even though we only tap for 2 colors?
Yeah, it's also an elf.
Oh, so right. Yeah, it's the elf package.
I think it would be better to cut the Caryatid, even though it's hexproof, if you wanted to cut one of them. But is it better to keep those because of Kanan and Mana Reflection and, like, cut the Steve or, like, you know, Finhorn? I don't know.
I could see cutting the Steve because we can't use them.
Also, is this just kind of whatever? Just double, you know?
Yeah, it was just a draw, but maybe we don't need that, yeah.
Because, like, Coiling Oracle's definitely better, but, like, is even that, like, 100%? Like,
maybe we don't. I just put in there as, like, as a cheap creature to help get stuff going. Because I don't want too many. But
he's not terrible, you know?
I think Shimmer Dragon is also really good.
We want cards that look like sort of pseudo draw with like the Essek, you know, like make a clue and then like copy a Coiling Oracle, you know, or you know, it's good to have something like that.
Maybe he's just okay. Like it does tap a lot of stuff down, but like
yeah, I'm not huge into it.
I like the big dudes. We could also technically run like a one-time Neo form just to like upgrade something.
Yeah, I still like this. I'm pretty sure because him having Hexproof, being a flyer and getting to tap things to draw, seems like the right deck for him.
Yes,
he's a threat. Yeah, he's a threat. He draws cards,
and the fact that he becomes hexproof is really.
We're playing this and Deadeye, but I think that might still be fine because we want to bounce things. The really degenerate thing is playing Flash instances, playing a Seaborn Muse. But we're not doing that. But we have an assload of mana, and even just being able to bounce a creature and playing it 50 times seems good to me with like a Panharmonicon or like a Doubling Season or something. Is this just too cute?
Yeah, I think so.
just gonna move it to the. Is this too cute?
Maybe it could also just be I win the game.
Turn. It also gets us mega targeted. Like, we have to make it to our next turn. We have no taking extra turn spells. Like, is putting it on one clue and making clues every turn cute enough for 4? I mean, maybe. Like, we don't have a lot of targets to put it on other than putting it on our clues.
It was literally just to put on clues, just to like, because we make so many, we could just win with it. But then again, you're kind of right. Like, it's like, okay, well, I'm just going to target that clue. Or, like, the enchantment. It is one of those things where, like, it does take a while to go, to really work. And, I don't know, even in decks, I think...
we could probably win with it easily. Like, we could probably easily get to 10. But then we have to make it to next turn. Like, it's probably better to just play what we have and, like, you know... Still think this one's fine.
Yeah, that helps fill up the board, which makes our finale really good when we hit it. We also forgot we could play, like, was it Soul of the Harvest? I think is one that what creature ETB draws. But maybe we don't need to run all of them.
Yeah, I don't think we need to run all of them. I think Acidic Slime's a cut. It's not 100% needed. Reclamation Sage is fine.
What about Gargaroth, or do we just want him for the draw?
I think Gargaroth's amazing, and also you can make copies of it. It's not legendary.
Yeah.
So like, imagine a situation where you play Gargaroth with like Essek out or something. I know I keep thinking Essek, but like you got a big break here. Like I you know, but you know, I'm just thinking of that kind of situation. I don't know.
Maybe he's also just kind of cute because it's only a one-time thing. I don't know. Is it like all of the investigate stuff? Like, okay, we're building hardcore her. Maybe we could do like
it's just better to play her as like a deck and have her as an engine, you know?
Yeah. Maybe we could try the fun investigate, food investigate clue build like another time. As like
maybe that's like a $1 and under build.
Yeah, maybe we'll try the Lonis $1.
A lot of them are pretty cheap.
It does mean Deadeye's out of the question because he's a little bit
rough.
Wait, we have the
tireless tracker.
I guess we have that new creature, the other tireless thing that investigates. But I guess we don't land ramp super as much. And at least
need the goose.
No. It's cute, but I think maybe a little slow. And there we go.
We're at